Is it illegal under federal law to picket or parade in front of a justice's residence with the intent to influence or intimidate their decisions?
Hard for me to answer a question in the hypothetical, Congressman.
Well, let me read you the statute then. Whoever with the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, juror, witness, or court officer in the discharge of his duty, pickets or parades in or near a building housing a court of the United States, or in or near a building or residence occupied or used by such a judge, juror, witness, or court officer, or with such intent uses any sound truck or similar device or residence, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. Is that news to you? This is the first time you've ever heard of that statute?
No, I'm aware.
Well, then I ask for a little more candor in your answers to my questions. Why is that law not being enforced?
That law will be enforced like all federal laws based on the evidence that we were able to obtain. We are watching
videos of this occurring quite regularly in front of justices' residence. Why is it not being prosecuted?
We prosecute the laws based on the evidence and facts that we're able to obtain in every particular case.
You've said that multiple times. That's not an answer to the question. Your department's put enormous resources into investigating and prosecuting the disruption of our January 6th joint session of Congress. How does this compare with the resources into investigating and prosecuting threats and intimidation of members of the Supreme Court?
I will tell you that with respect just to the concerns that I think are serious, that involve threats of violence and against members of the Supreme Court,
are you putting the same effort?
Prosecuting?
Are you putting the same effort and resources in prosecuting the intimidation,
assassination, and we are adding security to the Marshal Service to the members of the Supreme Court?
How do those resources compare with what you put into the riots on January 6th?
I think that's apples and oranges. It's very hard to say. One event.
In a sense, I think you're right.
One event, we're applying the resources necessary to address the threat in that case. And in another case, we're applying the resources commensurate with the threat in that case.
The electoral count resumed the moment the last of these yahoos was kicked out of this building. The would-be assassin of Justice Kavanaugh made it very clear that by killing a conservative Supreme Court justice or two, he could single-handedly change the majority of the court. And unfortunately, I think that equation is correct. Do you consider that as grave a threat to the constitutional order as a lunatic wearing buffalo horns entering this building?
With respect to Justice Kavanaugh, that was a very serious crime, and an individual has been charged with attempted assassination.
Well, you've refused to prosecute the multiple demonstrations that are in violation of federal law that have been occurring in front of Supreme Court justices' homes, and then you're shocked, just shocked, that an assassin shows up at his doorstep. I find that astonishing for an officer given the trust that you have been given by the United States government. By failing to enforce the laws that protect the safety of Supreme Court justices, aren't you, in effect, sending an open season message to extremists across the country?
We're enforcing the laws based on the facts and the evidence in every case. And in fact, as I've said, we have charged an individual with attempted assassination involving Justice Kavanaugh. We've added security for the justices. We've supported legislation to add security to the justices. We are taking that threat very seriously.
Turned a blind eye to the laws that protect those justices in their homes. I find that shocking.
I categorically reject the characterization of our actions as turning a blind eye.
There are no actions, Mr. Olson. There is total inaction when it comes to enforcing that law that you originally pretended you hadn't even heard of.